going to show you how to make tamaki, which is a sushi roll that's shaped in a cone. So first thing, let's get onto the rice. I'm using some sushi rice. Now, I washed my rice at least 3 or 4 times. You want to get rid of some of the starch there. Sushi rice is a short grain rice. You can see by those little grains there, and it's got a wonderful texture. We're going to season this afterwards. So the first thing, after you've washed it, we're going to place it into a pot. This is about 1 cup of rice, and for each cup of rice, you'll need 2 cups of water. Get all those little grains out. And we'll cover that with some cold water. So 2 cups of cold water. Now I'm going to turn the heat on to medium, and this now needs to come up to the boil. Then I'll turn it down, lid goes on, and it needs to cook for 12 to 15 minutes or until the rice has completely absorbed all of that water. In the meantime, we can get our fillings. Now, this is why I love to make tamaki at home, because you can change up the ingredients if you want to make it completely vegetarian, or tuna, which is my favourite topping for this. So some tuna in spring water, I've just drained it. And just a classic combination of wasabi and mayonnaise. If you're doing it for the kiddies, you can just leave the wasabi out. And then some mayonnaise, good hit of mayonnaise so it's extra creamy. And for a hint of salt, just some light soy sauce, just a small amount. All right, we'll give that a really good mix, just so it starts to become quite flaky and sticky. And that's the consistency that I'm after. Now I'll pop that to the side and we'll wait for that rice to finish cooking. In the meantime, I'll prepare some avocado. I'm just going to cut it into little strips. Other ingredients you could add to this is carrot, so fine julienne. I'm also going to be adding some cucumber. Okay, the rice is cooked and I've just allowed it to cool down slightly. You don't want to be working with really hot rice. And then now we can season it. So a little pinch of salt, some sugar, and some rice vinegar. So a small drizzle of that. And then we're just going to fold that through our rice and it's ready to use. Okay. Start making our tamaki. So you'll need some nori sheets you can get from all your supermarkets, and I like to use scissors, it's so much easier. We need to cut these into rectangles. We'll start with 2, and then we're going to add our rice. So you don't want to overfill these. We want to just add the rice to the first half of the rectangle. And if it gets a little sticky as it is, a good little trick is just have some water on standby, wet your hands, and then it's much easier to handle that rice. So get it quite even and add a little more to the sides. Next, we'll fill it up with all different things. So we'll start with some cucumber on one side and some avocado slices on the other. Like I said, you could add some carrot to that or whatever you like. And I love some pickled ginger, usually served on the side, but why not? Let's try and add some to the actual sushi roll. Next, our wasabi tuna mayonnaise. We'll add that to the center and just all the way down the bottom. So what we're trying to do is form a triangle. Now, this takes practice, but it's all part of the fun of it. We're going to bring this corner over to the other side, squish it together, and it's called a hand roll for a reason. Grab it in your hand and use your hand to wrap that all the way around it. There you go. That's our first tamaki. And another little touch is some togorachi, which you can get from all little Japanese grocers. It's essentially a red pepper mix, a lovely flavour, and I think it's a really great garnish. So I'll pop that onto a plate, and you could stop at 1, or maybe make a few more, which is exactly what I'm going to do.